So we covered in the last video what is transfer learning and why use it. The main reason, suddenly lots more people like us can do world-class work with less resources and less data. So we've talked about pre-trained models. Where do you find pre-trained models? Well, the first place is the PyTorch domain libraries. Then we've got Torch image models. Then we've got the Hugging Face hub. Then we've got papers with code, state of the art, and there's probably even a few more that I'm missing here. But this is more than enough to get started. In fact, we're going to be focusing on just pure PyTorch domain libraries. So if you go into the PyTorch documentation, you can go to different sections such as Torch Vision for vision models, Torch Text for text models, Torch Audio for audio models, and Torch Rec for recommendation models. So let's have a look at the vision. If we go in the PyTorch documentation, docs, we've got PyTorch, Torch Audio, Torch Text, Torch Vision. Here we are at Torch Vision. We've got models and pre-trained weights now. This is version 0.12 of Torch Vision. This module that we're working on uses currently, as of the time of recording, it is June 24, 2022. We are going to be using, if you come over to here, the most stable release at the time of recording is 0.12, but we are going to be using an unstable release, an updated version of Torch Vision. However, by the time you go through this will probably be out of beta. That's why I'm recording it now, so that you use the latest and greatest. But if we come down to models and pre-trained weights, we have a whole bunch of pre-trained models that we can use. Using the pre-trained models, this is what we're going to look at when we start writing code. Here's classification. So what problem are we working on? We're working on image classification of different types of food. And we've got AlexNet, ConvNext, DenseNet, EfficientNet, EfficientNet B2, or V2, sorry. MobileNet, MobileNet V3, Swin Transformer, Vision Transformer. Look at all of these models just right at our fingertips. How beautiful is that? Now, don't worry too much about the names of these architectures. They are really just names, but you can access all of these using PyTorch code. And if we go back to the keynote, there's some other magical places such as Torch image models, the TIM library. That's a beautiful library for computer vision. Then we have the Hugging Face hub, which is quickly evolving to be the place to go for a pre-trained model on almost any task you could imagine. There's image classification, and if we clear that, there's image segmentation, there's translation, there's token classification for natural language processing, there's sentence similarity, there's audio classification. So that's a beautiful place you can find pre-trained models as well. Now, of course, we're focused on PyTorch, so you've got Torch Text for text problems, Torch Audio for audio problems. I'll let you explore these on your own time because we're going to be focusing on Torch Vision. But if we come in here, it's a similar setup, Torch Audio documentation. If we go model, torchaudio.models, there we go. Beautiful. And so we'll go back one more resource, which is Papers with Code, SOTA, which stands for state of the art. I know when I first got into machine learning, I'd read SOTA a lot. It stands for state of the art, so the best performing type of research. Now, if we go to paperswithcode.com/SOTA, this is going to be browse state of the art. Here's where you can see the latest and greatest machine learning research for different problems. Computer vision, image classification with all different benchmarks, natural language processing, medical, methodology, miscellaneous, time series. So this is when you start a machine learning problem, I would highly recommend you go to one of these resources and look at what already works so that you have a bit of a warm-up, you have a head start on getting started on your own problem. So keep these in mind, these resources, where to find pre-trained models. Because we're just focusing on pure PyTorch, we're going to stick with the PyTorch domain libraries. But these are all valuable resources as well, and there's probably a few more that I've missed. If you have any you'd recommend, leave a discussion on the GitHub discussions for this course. And let's finish off what we're going to cover broadly. Getting set up, we don't want to rewrite all of our code from scratch. We're going to import our previously written code from other sections, especially the Going Modular section. We'll introduce transfer learning with PyTorch code. We've looked at it already from a conceptual point of view, but you know I like to learn hands-on, and I hope you do too. We're going to customize a pre-trained model for our own use case, Food Vision Mini. That is our goal throughout this entire course, is to make Food Vision Mini the best possible image classification model we can. We're starting with a data set of pizza, steak, and sushi. We're going to evaluate a transfer learning model, and we're going to, of course, make predictions on our own custom data, and how, well, we're going to be cooking up lots of code. And with that being said, let's code.